Tap in, tap in. You know what's going on. It's time for that culture for the streets. We about to turn up. Tap in, man. Latch off the door. It's on the flow. It's time for that culture for the streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. But before we get into it, I'm gonna need everybody when they do get up in here to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you drop some comments, like the video, all that. But before we get started, small intermission.
You bring me joy. 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 You bring me joy.
I remember way back, we were so young, fresh up off the porch, mama milk on our tongue. Never left your side since the day you was born. Remember when I got your name tatted on my arm? My nigga, this is all we got. Let's take this to the grave. Even though we got different daddies, we got the same way. I never switched up. This shit'll never change. Wipe the tears from your eyes. I wish I could take the pain.
You bring me joy. You bring me joy. You bring me joy. You bring me joy.
Once again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's time for that culture for the streets. We about to get into it.
You bring me joy.
Now we all grown up, addicted to the streets. That's on crib, I put it on the line. You know that's on charades. All work and all hustle. That's why I can't sleep. And when I make it, know I got your kids until they carry me. All the secrets that I know, I'ma bury 6 feet. And I'm paying up these fees in the streets, it ain't cheap. Trying to make it to the mall while I'm praying on my knees. But only God can really judge me, lift my soul cause of we got the food on the table, and it's open for the feet. We gon' all blow up, and that's all you can eat. Pray that we can take her with us if she don't cheat. Gotta leave her with a side if she ever turn the cheek. Hope my mind ain't playing motherfucking tricks on me. If I had to take a chance, I'ma bet it on me. Sticking to the script, trying to be a better me. I know I'm close to a deal, I can feel it in my dreams.
You bring me joy. 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 You bring me joy.
What's up with my people? What's up with my people? It's time for that culture for the streets, hosted by Mafia and Paint. Man, make sure y'all tap in, stay tuned in. The trap ain't never closed. The latch always off the door around these parts. But let's get to it though. We got to talk about TK Kirkland and Scruncho. 2 comedians, not just 2 comedians, but 2 older comedians. These niggas is not 20 years old. We talking about they in their 50s and 60s. TK Kirkland is 60 something. Scruncho probably in his 50s. These niggas is too old to be on the internet arguing like young niggas. I don't get that. I respect both of their careers, especially TK Kirkland, because he done had his hands, he done had ups and downs, trials and tribulations the whole time in the comedy world, trying to be a comedian with some longevity to him. But you know, recently him and Scruncho whole situation resurfaced, which I never knew Scruncho and TK Kirkland even had a situation until it's been recently put out there by Corey Holcomb. Now, recently the footage did surface. of one of the incidents, because it was two. Scruncho claimed he knocked TK Kirkland out the first incident and then tried to help him. But then the second time he claimed he got out of jail and blew down on him again. Now this is the only thing. Now I don't got no problem with niggas dealing with their situations like men, right? But we talking about two comedians. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want to see Eddie Murphy and Martin outside beefing. I don't want to see Martin and Will Smith outside beefing. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Cedric the entertainer and Lavelle Crawford outside tussling. I don't want to see that. I grew up to these dudes. So they embedded in my brain as solidified comedians. So to sit here and watch these niggas go back and forth over the internet like they drill rappers don't make no sense to me. You feel what I'm saying? Because they too old. This is like us watching two uncles at the barbecue get drunk, and all of a sudden there's some discrepancies in the conversation. Now they arguing, pivoting on each other, sizing each other up, cussing each other out because they having a misunderstanding. These niggas look like two uncles at the barbecue, bruh. We shouldn't be watching TK Kirkland and no comedian for that fact, because this is not something that's in the comedian world. Comedians don't beef over social media, bruh. This has never been a thing. Social media has never been a platform for comedians to have disputes with each other. I don't understand that. Nigga, y'all supposed to tell jokes. Get on these platforms and tell jokes. You want to cut your YouTube on your Instagram live? Get on here and tell us some jokes. Because I don't want to see no comedians beefing. I can't even take it serious, even if it's serious for them. I can't take it serious. And I respect both of these dudes, Scruncho and TK Kirkland. But to see what's going on right now, it puts you in a rapper realm. Like we watching two drill rappers beef with each other. Only thing Scruncho and TK Kirkland ain't did was diss each other homeboys that ain't here no more. That's the only thing we ain't seeing them do, because they doing everything else and ain't pulled out no stick. But these is two uncles at the barbecue that had too much scotch. Now they beefing. These niggas got too much under their belt. They got too much time in the game. They got too much respect from their peers to be going out like this. You feel what I'm saying? And salute both of them boys, because I mess with both of them. Like I said, it's hard for me to even take serious two comedians into it with each other. You see what I'm saying? So I hope all of that right there gets squashed. I hope they can push that to the side and as men squash their differences and move along and continue to move forward, because both of them got careers that's still active. So we don't need they dis- disagreements to affect their careers. You feel what I'm saying? These is established comedians. These are veteran comedians at that. So this ain't something, like I'm saying, if I want to watch two old grandpa aged type niggas argue with each other, I go to my grandma's house and or one of my older uncles or something and watch them argue while they drinking and you see what I'm saying? Because we watching two people that we watch that got a real platform. They going out like rappers that's trying to make a career off of beefing, when this ain't even they image. They comedians for one. TK Kirkland ain't known for constantly having issues with other comedians in the public though. And we never hear about Scruncho really having being out his hookup. Scruncho, one of them niggas, his vibes is always up. So he one of them niggas you gonna laugh. it's hard to not like him because he cool. He control the temperature when it come to humor. So I just can't fathom why this really. I understand TK Kirkland's perspective, nigga. You put your hands on me, we got to deal with it, or whatever the issue is. And I understand Scruncho issue too, because when you feel disrespected, you try to deal with it accordingly. You feel me? But at the same time, these niggas is established comedians, man. We do not want to watch comedians beef with each other like young generation rappers. We just don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch it. So I hope they get it together, man. I hope that come and go just as fast as it came. You feel what I'm saying? Because we shouldn't be watching veterans beef like that. You did? So shout out them boys, man, and hopefully that thing gets squashed up and them niggas make amends of the situation and move along. But we gotta move along and we gotta get into this Yung Bleu, Boosie, and T Rell situation. Now this situation is kind of touchy because watching T Rell video, it hit me different. And the reason T Rell video hit me different is because I respect T Rell for a lot of things. Like he done had a lot of hardships in his journey to be a rapper, in his journey to actually make a stable living off of being a rapper. And he never got swallowed whole by the image and the industry. You see what I'm saying? He been a humble dude. I'm talking about T Rell, one of them dudes. He get on Facebook and Instagram and go shopping at Walmart and show you how you can get fresh at Walmart. He like a very humble dude. So to see what Yung Bleu doing and has done to T Rail by removing him from the tour, all because he's showing Boosie support. Boosie been a supporter of T Rail. Boosie was the alley oop. Boosie was the extra push. Boosie was a partial help in being motivated and dedicated in T Rail journey. So you can't expect for somebody like T Rail to turn on Boosie and disregard his loyalty for Boosie and the love he got for Boosie, all because for an opportunity that he has with you on a tour, granted that it makes money or not, because loyalty is worth more than money. Because with the money and nobody to trust, you don't trust nobody. When you got the money, every time you around people, you don't trust them. Why you don't trust them? You don't trust them because there's no loyalty there. Nobody's proven themselves. The trust has not been solidified. So when you get around these people, your head is always on a swivel. So loyalty matters, right? Loyalty matters with Boosie. Let alone loyalty matters with T Rail. T Rail's not a star. T Rail's still at a certain point in his career. So these opportunities he get to go on a tour with a Boosie or to go on a tour with Yung Bleu are big. They big opportunities. And to see him tear up while he talking about the whole situation with Yung Bleu and what he got removed from the tour for, it's petty, man. And the more this go on, it let me know that everything that Boosie says about Yung Bleu and how this situation took place, how they swindled Yung Bleu out of the situation with Boosie, and then he got into a situation with Empire. For one, if I was Boosie and then I helped you get to a certain, I opened the door a certain way for you to get in the industry a certain way, I would feel a certain way about that because I took my brand, I took my name, I took my validity, and then I put it on you and I vouch for you. And then while vouching for you and constantly stamping you, when I'm in a situation where I may need the help and not you need the help at this time, you turn your back on me and run to another label and sign with them. So now Boosie out of money. The love that he thought that they had for each other, that's it dissolves because it's not even real at this point. Because if Boosie felt like Young Blue had this amount of love for him, it couldn't be real. If Young Blue was able to just, okay, Boosie in a sticky situation, so I'm just gonna forge his signature and we gonna run over here to Empire and we gonna get a bag from them, cut Boosie out, and then don't even speak about it, duck the situation, and we never get Boosie together. But people will look at Boosie because he griping and complaining on social media and YouTube and Instagram about the money he's owed. You gotta understand, niggas do business, man. They made business moves. At the same time, it's loyalty attached to the situation, not just an artist and another nigga that's helping an artist. They had a real situation. Boosie had real love for Young Blue. Only to see Young Blue run off on him and didn't fix his hand with Boosie. And we don't see too much of Young Blue really talking about the situation. It's like he ducking it. But then when you see T Rell, one of the humblest dudes you can even place in hip hop, you put him on the Young Blue tour. The minute he shows support for Boosie, you remove him. I can't respect that, man. Something about that don't sit right, man. Something don't sit right with me about that whole situation. Why would you move T Rell? Because he's showing support to somebody else. You don't have a problem with T Rell. You really don't have a problem with Boosie. You just did something snakish and you don't want to fix your hand, so you duck in a situation. But because somebody else that got love for that man still show love and support to that man, you mess up they bag, you play with their livelihood. Like to see T Rell tear up on that and talk about how he used his money for his kids that have health issues and things like that. You feel me? To see that and then to understand that he got booted from a situation, not from something that he really, really did that was serious enough to get him removed from the tour. Something he didn't even consider to be doing anything wrong. He was showing love to somebody that been showing love to him. What's wrong with niggas got the game messed up in the industry, bruh. And in some form and fashion, you niggas get to acting like girls. Because look at the girls in hip hop. Them niggas, the girls not acting like that, bruh. You see Lotto around Ice Spice. You see Ice Spice around Cardi. You see Cardi around people we don't even know, but she blew them up because she did a feature like they eating with each other, bruh. Glorilla still hang with all her friends, and some of them, they done got deals now. They doing music together, even though they ain't on the same label. The females is popping, and they really showing loyalty. Whereas with these rap niggas, they ain't showing no loyalty, man. And they not showing no real love. Because if you got real love for T Rell, some kind of love for T Rell, why would you boot him? For something he don't have nothing to do with. He don't have nothing to do with what you and Boosie going through. It ain't like T Rell gonna get you backdoored or something. The whole way Young Blue moving around this situation, man. It's foul. And not too many niggas even speaking on how foul it is, though. They talking about how Boosie complaining, oh, Boosie must be broke because he talking about Young Blue didn't give him his money. Nigga, shut up. Because nigga, if a nigga owed you 40,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000, let alone millions, nigga, you'll be griping, complaining, nagging, crying. Whether it be in person or the internet, because money involved in who knows what your predicament is when people in your pockets. You see what I'm saying? Quit trying to just assume that a nigga shouldn't complain about some money. Nigga, it's their money. They entitled to the money. If you owe me some money, nigga, or somebody owe me some money, don't get critical of me because I'm sitting here complaining about a nigga not giving me my money. Where my money at? Where is my money? That's all Boosie doing. It don't matter that Boosie rich. It don't matter that Boosie got 100 acres already. Nigga, where is his money? And how long you think this gonna go on before you think Yung Bleu and Boosie don't have a real problem? He ain't got to run into Boosie. He can run into one of Boosie homies. Boosie got tied state to state with the trenches, bruh. So the last thing you want to do is take something so minimal, which is about some money that you evidently got, that you evidently could pass along to this man, straighten your hands, straighten your relationship, straighten your situation, right? And you're refusing to do it. It's like a street nigga outside giving another hustler consignment, and that nigga run off. What you think gonna happen to the nigga that run off? His shirt gonna get wiped down. And then when his shirt get wiped down, people wanna, oh, he was a good person and all this. How was he a good person and he ran off with a nigga money, man? Somebody make that make sense to me. What's up, Mondo? Cause I don't understand it. Yet everybody talking about what Boosie complaining about. And you want to know what the sad part about that party is about everybody complaining about what Boosie complaining about? Or having something sarcastic to say about what Boosie complaining about is the fact that them niggas broke. The fact that don't nobody owe them hundreds of thousands. Don't nobody owe them millions of dollars. So it's easy to say, oh, nigga, you tripping. Oh, nigga, you crying. Shut up. Some of you niggas' paychecks don't go over $400. I don't expect you to understand why this man all in the public eye talking about this nigga ran off and didn't give me my money, bruh. Some of you niggas work at Taco Bell. Talking about Boosie complaining about some money. Nigga, if Taco Bell didn't give you your check or your check was $175 short when it only be $375 every 2 weeks, you gonna be in Taco Bell throwing ground beef all over the place. About your money. This ain't no different than Yung Bleu not paying Boosie. Yung Bleu making sure Boosie hand was fixed, making sure he was straight. You could have did that whole situation and still made sure Boosie got his bag that he was entitled to. I don't feel like he would have stopped you from going to Empire. But we know how business go. For the ones that don't, I don't expect you to understand. Like I said, if you work at Arby's, nigga, I don't expect you to understand how the music industry go or how helping somebody in the game and situating somebody in the game from a business aspect with paperwork involved and signatures. I don't expect you to understand. Some of y'all niggas don't even understand the W2 you gotta fill out. So people need to quit being critical about other people's situations. You see what I'm saying? Because just like Boosie fussing about his money, we see T Rell stressing about his money because that was a hit for him. Okay, Yung Bleu a big artist. Yung Bleu probably is finna do 25 cities, 30 cities. He probably got to do 2 stops, got kicked off the tour. Now it's 28 different stops that you gonna get paid for every stop that you just got booted off the tour for. Nigga, I be crying too when that's gonna really be my biggest pieces of money because T Rell is a good artist, but he ain't streaming so much that he making hundreds of thousands of dollars. So yes, that tour with Yung Bleu was more important than a lot of stuff. But people don't want to talk about that though. They just want to talk about how Boosie selling cars and doing this and doing that. Man, shut up, man. Because if I got 10, 15 cars and I want to go get a new car, but then out of my 15 cars, probably 5 of them is old now, probably 5 years old. I'm trying to upgrade. I'm going to take 2 of these cars, which probably 2 of each. These 2 cars, probably a couple $100,000 a piece. Just them 2 cars alone, I'm finna go upgrade into some new joint. So I'm gonna take these 4 cars back and I'm finna come back in 2 new joints up to date. That does not mean you broke, bruh. And even if you sell the car, maybe you wanted to sell the car and use the money for whatever investments you was using versus go in your bank account, mess with your money. Man, what you know about letting your money work for you, bruh? Some of you niggas ain't never let your money work for you. You ever put $100 in something and it's still making you money today? Because I don't think so. When you got assets, when you got things behind you, property, cars, things of value, that's money too. You can use that too. Why not use it first instead of using your actual bread? Because you can let that work for you. It's investments that I done made. One-time investments. And when I made those investments, I didn't have to reinvest into it because that one investment made enough money to keep going. And it's recycling itself. So that one machine is like a Ferris wheel for me. You see what I'm saying? Because while I keep spinning, I keep making money off that. I increase the value of it by making bigger moves. A lot of you niggas that be on this motherfucker watching YouTube, Joe, don't even have a solid enough hustle to come out here and be self-sufficient, be an entrepreneur, be self-employed, and bring income in to a point where it don't put you under no pressure to have to go fill out an application and work for another nigga. See, I made some investments. I funded my own rap career the whole time out of my own pocket. We talking about 2 decades. I never became a famous rapper, but I always made money off rapping because I was hustling. I knew how to hustle music. You see what I'm saying? And being that I knew how to hustle music, I turned that into monetary gain for me, whether it was music, clothes, anything else. I learned how to make everything attached to hip hop useful for me. That's why I can no longer be a rapper and still be relevant in the hip hop society because I was a big enough hustler in music to create a space for myself to be involved in it any kind of way possible and still make money from it. YouTube is not the only money we make. Man, I got my own shoes. I got my own clothes, 3, 4 clothing lines, bro. We own a duplex. Where I'm at right now doing podcast, this ain't even the property I'm talking about. I'm renting this property. I got a whole duplex a couple blocks from here, bro. We really got things going on, bro. It's about being self-sufficient. I'm a entrepreneur. No, I'm not making thousands of dollars yet off of YouTube. So I'm not leaning on YouTube as my life support system because I got so many different hustles going on while I'm sitting here talking to you. It's people shopping out the stores, people buying shoes, it's people streaming music I dropped. We gonna make money 13 different ways. It's like that for people in the industry, but money has value to it. Most importantly, money ruins relationships. Money ruins love. It ain't just Yung Bleu and Boosie going through what they going through, bruh. Over money. It's a whole bunch of rap dudes that was friends before the money. Now the money's here. Look at YNW Melly. You fighting a case for something that's got to do with your best friends. You got your best friends up out of here, bruh. And they saying that the whole incident was really about niggas complaining about money. So you got your niggas out the way about niggas complaining about money. So the money was more important than the friendship. The money was more important than the love. The money was more important than the bond these niggas had. YMW Melly felt like I want it all for myself. Money is the root of all evil, bruh. Money is the same reason why your homie will backdoor you in the hood. Money is the reason a lot of things get ruined. We do a lot of bad things just to get money. And we feel it's justified by what we going through. For example, everybody, including myself, because I hustled in the streets for so long. And my favorite excuse was always for the struggle I was going through. I gotta do what I gotta do. That's all of our excuse when we in them streets, bruh. But that don't justify why you doing wrong. Will we regret what we doing wrong to make our situation comfortable if that's what we gotta do? No, we ain't gonna regret it. But that don't make it right. But we still use that as a reason to justify why we outside being who we are, why we outside doing all the wrong things. And at the same time, we hurting our own people in the process, whether it's physically or through all these ingredients in the street that people taking. You see what I'm saying? We hurting our community through this. All about money. So just think when a nigga make a nigga make $1 million out the street, bruh. Think about how many households he took from. Think about how many kids went without Pampers. Think about how many refrigerators is empty. Kids eating noodles, sharing one pack of noodles because they struggling. Because the nigga that made the million took out of so many households in his community for him to be able to be financially stable. You don't see no problem with that? And then we'd grow older and wonder why the kids is messed up, but you don't understand what type of struggle they had to go through because the niggas that was outside hustling when they was babies altered the way they had to grow up because they families had addictions. And the person that's hustling he don't disregard the person who has the addiction. He don't disregard what the other people go through. He just want the money. Okay, nigga, you balling. Okay, nigga, Lamborghini. Okay, nigga, mansion. Okay, nigga, platinum necklace. But think about how many people with kids Altered, their whole life is altered in the worst way possible. But he's living good. That was all of us that hustled. Even me, because when I ball, it's plenty people while we balling, while my group balling, while my team balling. It's a whole community outside of my city struggling because of us. So I can never say I ever be proud of hustling, my nigga. Because this hurts you even more no matter how much money you will ever make up out of it. That's why I don't respect no nigga that play with hustling or play with the streets like this is a PS5 game. Nigga, do you know what people done been through? Do you know what I done been through? So it make more sense for me to do things like this because this don't come with me having to pull my pole out and give it to a nigga. You see what I'm saying? This don't come with having to run from the police. You see what I'm saying? This don't come with all the dangers that come with the street, bruh. But we brainwashed us so many ways because we got people that look at us like we squaring up because we don't want to be in the streets full time no more. A nigga can't tell me I squared up. Nigga, my city know how I got down. I stepped 100% the whole time. I deserve to do something different. I deserve to live a different type of life, a different type of lifestyle. Nigga, I done did all the street stuff. I done took all the losses. Nigga, my brother just came back home from doing a decade in the feds. And prior to that 10 years sentence in the feds he had to do 10 years in the state before that for a whole nother situation. I got a little cousin right now that I was managing that was my artist. He could have been right up there with all the young generation artists right now. He got that much talent. He doing 22 years right now because he decided to take it to the box and he lost. And you know when you blow trial what happened? They gonna max you out. And they maxed him out. So something that he probably would have got under 5 years for, he ended up with 22 years for. By the time we get to jail, nigga, it's too late. All you can do is make another blueprint for when you get another chance at freedom. If you get another chance at freedom, because a lot of niggas don't get that another chance. Some niggas ruin their whole life on that first go round. Life over with. We seeing it right now in rap music. Money only look important when they in videos. It only look important when they shopping. It only look important when they trying to flex. Because for real, these niggas don't care about money. These niggas love jail and hate money. Because if they didn't, why would they sacrifice making it out the hood to get took down by the hood still when you done made it out? When you get rich, when you become rich, you should no longer be accessible to your ops. Your ops shouldn't be able to jump in their car and hit a couple blocks and see you standing outside no more. That part of the game is over with. But that means more than stability, not just for their careers, but for their families for the future too. Because these niggas live for the gangster image. They not living to provide for their family. Because when you provide for your family and when you living to provide for your family, you do everything you got to do to provide for your family by any means necessary. You're going to stand on any type of business when it involves that. 98% of the stuff we watching all these young rappers get into it with each other over ain't got nothing to do with these niggas' families and they kids, bruh. These niggas is getting swallowed by the ghetto over taunting each other, misunderstandings that sometimes could be talked about. Granted, it's a lot of situations that can't be squashed. It's a lot of situations that can't be talked out neither. Why? Because once losses start taking place, sorry don't mean nothing no more. An apology has no effect. It means nothing. It's a lot of losses outside. When you talking about gang culture and you talking about the streets and you talking about hustlers and different neighborhoods that's into it with each other, bruh. Who gonna swallow their pride enough to say, you know what, you right. I know y'all just got 3 R's last night, but we gonna go ahead and squash it. Cause before y'all took 3 R's, we had took 2 of y'all's. No, every time somebody get a turn, them niggas is ready to get their turn. It's gonna continuously be like that. It don't be, oh, we got at them, they got back. Let's leave it. It don't go like that, bruh. Especially when somebody get lost. It's gonna keep happening. And that's why you see the average street rapper have a 1 to 2 year career because they get in the game, they fresh to the game. Now they blowing that first year. The second year they moving around and they crash out. So they never reach their peak. So either they end up losing their life or they go to jail. Either which way, they losing everything. Meanwhile, the Glorrillas, Cardi B's, Nicki Minaj's, Ice Spices, Scar Lips, all these broads, they shining. They enjoying life. They ain't thinking about having to go to jail. Go to jail for what? When I see Ice Spice, we ain't gonna be shooting at each other. When I see Ice Spice, we ain't gonna tussle. We need to get back on that type of path because, far as with the male rappers, they losing their grip on hip hop. Music don't even last that long. Nigga put a CD out Monday. By Friday, we sick of listening to it. Music never played out so fast. I still listen to music from 1992, 93, 94, 95, 96, all the way up to present day, bro. And that's because the music was timeless. You niggas not making timeless music. Y'all niggas make 24-hour playlist music. I'm going to bump this for 24 hours, then I'm on to the next. Music don't last long no more. At all. And it's sad. And then you got somebody like Asian Doll walking around talking about rapping at 30 is crazy. Man, don't let nobody that ain't selling no albums telling you about your dreams when you should cancel your dreams. She under 30 rapping and she ain't got a plaque yet. But she talking about other people. It's people in their 30s. 2 Chainz got on the correct way. He blew up. He was 38. What is she talking about? Because he was 38. That ain't gonna happen for everybody. But like I said, don't let one person that feel, oh, this and this and that. She ain't even blew up. If she ain't got her chest out and her buns showing, she ain't gonna have as much traffic coming to her channels and avenues as she do. Tell her to put some church clothes on to see how much motion she get. Don't never let nobody tell you it's a time limit on chasing your dreams, bruh. Because you might start rapping when you 17. You might go through some trials and tribulations in your life that enable you from making it in that 10-year period. So now you're 31. And now you back around the bend and you got these opportunities going for yourself. You ain't supposed to take them now because you 32, nigga. Man, don't listen to no broad that just came from the projects, man. Don't listen to nobody like that, bruh. Because them type of people, outside of what you see them doing, when that window closes for them, they ain't got no other avenues. She already doing OnlyFans. So she already on her way up out of here. Don't let nobody dictate the goals you set for yourself and the dreams you trying to fulfill for yourself, because people gon' try to destroy your dreams, bro, before they help you build it, before they root for you to actually see it come into reality. People don't want to see you win, bro. Not even your closest friends. Nigga, I rapped for a long time. I had a long, lengthy rap career. None of my niggas helped me fold no shirts and sell them. Them niggas wanted to get on stage and look off into the crowd like with me. They nobody wanted to work. It's different, man. This environment different, man. We starting to see it on YouTube too. The YouTube, shout out all the YouTubers that do get along and all the collaborate and got their little circles going on, because that's showing that niggas, like, we gotta keep this platform where it's at, because they trying to turn the YouTube platform into the streets, and it's the bloggers is going against each other like they fending for corners outside. And this ain't even that. This ain't that. This is a platform. It's over 1 million people on this platform using it for a monetary type of gain. It's enough money for everybody. This is not one street. But once again, money do that. You throw a lot of money into a group of people, man. It's gonna be some chaos, man. And that's what we seeing. Money is the root of all evil, like Mondo said. Straight up. Like it really is. And we can't change that. That's something we ain't got the control over. We ain't gonna never be able to change how money affect relationships, friendships, brotherhoods, communities, the world for that matter. We ain't gonna be able to change that, man. That is a that's a that's a bacteria we ain't never gonna be able to get rid of. The pollution that money puts in society, man. Straight up. People don't understand that. And I don't think they try to either.
Made with the world's smoothest vodka plus real juice. New White Claw Vodka Salon.
Expedia, all your trip, all in one place.
We watching the hip hop game destroy itself. We watching the industry destroy itself. Rap changed. We went from Curtis Blow. Basketball was my favorite sport. I like the way the niggas drip it down the court. To we went from that to that. De La Souls, the Queen Latifahs, the Ice Cubes, Ice T's. You know, we had gangster rap back in the late '80s and the early '90s, but the way it affects the community today, like kids are totally influenced by the younger generation of hip hop. So when the younger generation of hip hop put the wrong energy out there, you got to understand why the streets are so messed up right now in every city. It's not the 25 and older outside doing all this reckless stuff, right? It's the young niggas. When you young, you don't care. When I was young, I didn't care. I would jump out the car at the light, 3:25 p.m. in the afternoon, traffic on all four sides, and let it go on you because I didn't care. So I understand the younger generation and the being rebellious and the wanting to think for yourself and the wanting to guide yourself, be your own guidance. I understand all of that because I was young before too. I was the young dude. I'm the one of the youngest out my game. I'm one of the youngest. I'm the youngest OG from my game. I've been that young nigga before. So I know what a young nigga feel. I know how they think and I know why they mentality is like it is. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's what's hurting hip hop. That's what's hurting the streets right now. Because the streets ain't about getting money no more. The streets ain't about we ain't gonna beef unless they play with the money. The streets ain't about you step on my toes, we gonna have a problem. It ain't none of that. Niggas just wanna stack up bodies like Lego blocks. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. How is that? How is that more important than stability, bruh? So okay, you gonna brag about having all these bees under your belt, right? Then you gonna go to jail broke. You gonna go to jail. You ain't even got $10,000 in nobody bank account, let alone the money to pay for a proper attorney to fight the case. But you proud about what you locked up for. And niggas don't think the streets is played out. Niggas don't think the game is over with. It been over with. You just playing a game that you know you ain't gonna be able to beat because you like it. Don't let that fun put a short on your life though, because it really will. I ain't like I said the other day on the podcast. I ain't seen no nigga from the streets win yet. I haven't seen, and I done been around niggas that made a couple million in the streets, had the opportunity to leave. Money running up that bag and actually seeing it and counting it make it hard for you to walk away from the same game that got you the money. And in return, because these niggas don't turn away from the game, they get took down by the police. I ain't never seen a nigga beat this game. Every nigga I know that just step foot in this hustle field, in the field, period, had hardships, had beefs in the streets. whether they got caught lacking and got hit up or not, whether they got you know what I'm saying, caught slipping and laid down or not. Prison bids, in and out, multiple numbers. Niggas ain't just got one prison number. Niggas got multiple prison numbers, bruh. This like going to an amusement park that never closed. Cause the game never ends. But we know we shouldn't be playing in this game because it's unwinnable. But for some reason, we still play it because for some reason we come up with this silly idea in our head that we think we can beat the game. Nigga, the hustle game, the streets is like the Matrix, bruh. If you ain't smart enough, you ain't never gonna figure it out. So you just gonna be stuck in time. You just gonna be stuck in a box. You gonna be stuck in place. And then the only two things that can happen to you gonna happen. Either you gonna lose yourself to the streets, or you gonna lose your freedom to the penitentiary. And you can't fault nobody but yourself because you be the one putting forth all the effort to be a street nigga. When I was going to prison, I couldn't blame nobody for why I went to prison. I had to blame myself because it was the actions I took that was putting me there. So at the end of the day, you got to turn around and look at yourself and address yourself. Cause how much you want to keep going through that? How many times you want to keep going through that? How many times you want to keep going in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out? It get played out to the point where it starts to look like you like it. And like in jail, if it's a nigga alive that do like jail, he's the weirdest nigga I ever met in my life, dog. And I never want to meet the nigga. Ever. I'm trying to tell you. The world just messed up, man. We watching comedians beefing. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but we watching the women hold the rap game down in hip hop. We watching the streets worry about the image more than the money. You can't tell the average woman nothing no more because she thinks she don't need a man to tell her nothing. She don't need a man for nothing. Nothing. Just everything messed up. Everything messed up. And we living in it. We living in it. But we entertained by negativity and controversy though. So just like the people that get on YouTube every day, they don't get on here and watch educational nothing, positive nothing. They don't listen to a good word, a message, content that got a good agenda behind it. It's always about the negative. Something happened to somebody. Who did what? Oh, what? Really? Let's talk. It's all about, because the minute somebody get on here and they trying to tell you about all the good, you'll never really see them in the algorithm like that because people don't want to watch that. But they'll watch somebody on TV, they'll watch somebody take somebody else out on video over social media. What is that? Like, really? You rather watch that versus learn how to be healthy without having to deal with these doctors like that and all these other things that you could be doing with your 24 hours out of a day, because that's our problem. That's people problem. Everybody got the same 24 hours in a day. So when these group of people and peers go off this way and they use their 24 hours a day correctly, nigga, you lollygagged all day, partied all day, and ain't no progress coming your way. Now you all of a sudden you mad at them because they worked hard to get where they was going. You feel like somebody owe you that. We live in that type of world where people don't want to work for the things they want. They feel like people just owe it to them. You can get rich right now. Family you ain't even heard from gonna call you and all nephew, all cousin, they all gonna tell you what they going through because now they want you to help them. And the minute you don't, you like the worst relative. You ain't nothing. Money changed him. And it don't even be that. Where was everybody at when I had to put all this work in? Nobody helped. But now everybody won't help. Sometimes you can't look back because at the end of the day, when you had to put all the work in yourself, don't make yourself feel like you owe somebody else because you don't owe nobody shit unless it's your kids, unless it's your parents, because they provided for you to have a life long enough to grow into what you did and do the things you do. So just like your parents take care of you, you got to take care of them too. But you don't owe everybody favors. You don't owe everybody a good deed because when you was in them needs and you was in them situations, who provided those good deeds for you? Even if it was about financial money or maybe it was just to vent. It don't even got nothing to do with money, but they wasn't there. But them to be the same people that feel like you owe them to look out for them. Man, you don't owe nobody nothing, especially when they ain't help you put the work in. Don't let nobody make you feel like you owe somebody something. When they wasn't present, when you was sweating and putting all them hours in. And all they did was watch TV all day, talk on the phone all day. Man, disregard them type of folks, man. Because 9 times out of 10, them type of people didn't even see your vision. They probably didn't even believe in it, but you did make it happen. So now all of a sudden, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Nephew, cousin. Man, get out of here, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. It don't go like that. I've been a gang member for decades. I've been a hustler for decades. I've been a street nigga for decades. You gonna go through a lot of stuff and ain't nobody gonna be there. A vast majority of the time. That's what separate the weak from the strong though. Cause while I was going through what I was going through, I really wasn't complaining. I was thugging it out. What didn't what didn't take me out made me stronger. And I'm a living proof to that. Cause mentally I'm strong. Very. But I done seen the streets break a lot of people though. I done seen it break a lot of people. So where some people, you know what I'm saying, they feel like they need people. They need to be around people. I don't feel like that at all. I done been crossed by people. I done been crossed by family. I done been crossed by homies. I done been crossed by women. So it's peaceful around me when I ain't around people. I'm peaceful. I'm not, oh, I need to go. I need to go. Never. I'm cool. I'm having money. I'm having my way. And I ain't having to have all this extra around me. I ain't having to have all these extra people that shouldn't even be around me in the first place around me. I'm a member, nigga. And I don't even be around them niggas like that because, nigga, I done put my work in. Some of you niggas ain't put none in. I ain't obligated to do nothing extra. You did. But I still see niggas stuck in that. Even some of my homies. They stuck in that way of life. That's all they know. That's all they want to be. And that was me 5, 6 years back. My mentality was I'm just gonna always be this street nigga. Ain't no outlet for me. I'm gonna always be this street nigga. Ain't no outlet that I could plug into and do something. That was my mentality. Till I start really paying attention and acknowledging my talents for real and embracing them talents correctly and understanding that the same talents that I possess, whatever it was, I could use these to create my own atmosphere and live off that. Then I start putting my energy in that, not trying to maintain an image for some niggas that you don't even rock with like that, for some niggas that don't even love you like that, for some niggas. That be fraudulent as hell. And the streets ain't the same. Friendships ain't the same. So bonds and brotherhoods ain't the same. Coming up, you could bring a whopper in the crib. We all getting a piece off that one burger. Nowadays, one nigga come in there. If y'all all struggling, he gonna eat that burger in all y'all face. The streets ain't the same, bruh. I'm built a little bit different. Why would I want to be the only nigga eating? But I got 5 niggas around me. These niggas, they broke as hell. We stronger when we all eating. But a lot of niggas don't see it like that. It's the same reason the nigga that's the kingpin in your hood and he got all them things. You coming up now. You working your way up. You halfway to him. But now you dealing with him and you trying to get him to put it on you because you got your bread right. but he don't want to get you right with what you want because he know he already halfway to me. If I continue to get this nigga right, he gonna pass me. So a nigga a bird feeds you to keep you from passing him. Man, it's the same in every city, state, community, trench, project, block. It's the same. Yeah, we watching out for the police, but the biggest threat is us though. We gotta watch us more than we gotta watch them. And that's in the process of trying to survive at the same time. You trying to survive at the same time. You can't trust your friends. You can't trust your girl. You can't trust your family. We living in that kind of world where you can't trust nobody. And the minute you do, and you do it too much, the streets gonna swallow you whole. Like it done did a bunch of niggas. When you participate, you not exempt for from what's going on. You see what I'm saying? Stuff happened to people that didn't have nothing to do with nothing. Unfortunately, sometimes it happens like that. That just happened to somebody I know. Rest in peace, Rihanna Gilbert. Some months back, she was just shopping at the store and just happened to be coming out the store. Regular day. She ain't on no block where they hustling, no none of that. She's coming out of an auto parts store. And some weirdo with mental health issues comes out of nowhere just randomly clapping off everywhere, just in traffic, at the traffic, all because this is at an intersection. Just get the clapping everywhere. She comes out the store and catches a stray, bro. She didn't have nothing to do with nothing. You know how many people that went through situations just like that where they didn't have nothing to do with nothing. They was regular. But that's the same day that ended up being a last. You see what I'm saying? Like we never know because the world is just a different place now. You gotta watch everybody. It's open carry in every state. It ain't like they doing um like they not doing mental evaluations, psychological evaluations before they give people the the permission to carry. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people out there right now legally carrying that ain't got them all up top. Don't you think that plays a part in why we saw so many of these mass situations that was going on? When you look at the people that was responsible for doing what they was doing, did they look civil? Did they look normal? Did they look like nothing was wrong? They always look like potentially something's wrong with them. And you can't expect for it to stop because they gonna continue letting people that they have no idea or awareness to the fact of where they mental state at continue to legally carry. So at this point, who should you be worried about the most? The real criminals that come home from jail that shouldn't have weapons, or the ones that's allowed to go get weapons? They might not have never been to jail before, but you don't know what's going on in their head, and you don't know that they finna explode any day now. Cause I would like to think that they probably gonna be more dangerous. Granted, it's niggas that come home from jail, they be crazy too. But it's not all of them. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Uh, you already talking about. Uh, hmm We gotta get it together though. Like we really do. Because if we don't, we just heading for destruction. And I want to see my people win. I don't want to see my people fail. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to see my people go to jail. I don't want to see my people fail at life. I don't want to see my people fail at trying to be successful. I want them to make it. But I understand that everybody don't think like me neither. So that's an expectation I had to learn that was for myself because everybody not gonna think like you. And everybody don't want the same thing. They just don't. But at the same time, shout out to my homie Cheese, the second half of Midwest UGK, man. Midwest UGK album still coming out. We just been, um, you dig, trying to make everything, complete everything, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like the last album I'm dropping, so I do want it to go out with a bang. Plus, it's dedicated to Bun B and Pimp C, so we just can't put anything out. We dedicating this to the legends, so it gotta be legendary. So don't even trip if I end up announcing some raw features too. 'Cause, there's something going on with that. Straight up. Once again, shout out the homie, my brother from another, man. My nigga Cheese Wizardkin, man. Music everywhere. Go stream, my nigga. And for all the unsigned artists, all independent artists, man, tap in, get with us. For details on how to get your music on the show, for details on how to get interviews, for details on how to get your videos on the show so we can review them and have reactions to your video, bring you on the show when we play the video, etc. We for the independent artists, we not chasing after these major label dudes. We understand that the talent is in the streets, man. We understand where the talent really at. You see what I'm saying? So we need y'all to tap on in with us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out all the artists that have been on the podcast. Flight Risk, Clevo, Seaball, man, all the homies. I can't. Jay Heartless, man, especially Jay Heartless, man, because Jay Heartless been moving. He been doing his thing. YWM Flyer out of Augusta, Georgia, man. Shout out, man, all the niggas that tapped in with us from all through the South, man. We done been all through the South with it, man. From Louisiana to Texas, California, man. We've been all through the mid, all through the eastern side of the South, man, with this stuff, man. It's really that big. Like, nigga, we didn't even have 300 subscribers. We had BMF Baby D on the show. We had Joshua Triplet from the show The Rookie, the series The Rookie on the show. We had my homie from Judas and the Black Messiah when the movie had just dropped on the show. Nigga, we wasn't even monetized yet. We was on Dirty Glove Bastard with like 57 subscribers. We been busting and big stepping. We ain't been looking for no handouts. Y'all can go back and watch our videos from 2 years ago. Whole show looked different. Everything was different. What you see now is what the results of niggas hustling hard to see this stuff work, man. A lot of niggas give up when stuff ain't going their way right away. I understand that everything don't go your way right away. You gotta hustle through what ain't going your way when it ain't going your way. You gotta accept them challenges. You dig? Be willing to want to jump over them obstacles to get where you trying to go. Like I said, a lot of y'all feel like the world owe you something. Don't nobody owe you nothing. Nigga, you owe it to yourself to make it shake. I'm gonna leave y'all with that though. Once again, when y'all come in here, whether y'all watch it after the stream or well, yeah, you're gonna have to watch it at the stream after this point because I'm about to get up out of here. But make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Ding the notification bell. Don't leave up out the trap till you've been served, and we serving every day. Latch off the dough. It's on the flow. It's time for that. Culture for the streets. We straight from them projects and them street corners and them blocks to YouTube. Stay tuned. Trap always open. We out of here.